everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I made this DIY kind of Nyan Pancake cat squishy inspired by the one by iBloom. I just really wanted this squishy for the longest of times, and today I decided to make it, as every day this week I am going to be making a different memory foam squishy. As you can see on the bottom, it has got some air holes to make it super slow rising, and it definitely is that thanks to all the layers of paint that I actually put on it. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Honestly, I feel so proud, and yeah, I just want to share it with you how I made it. So to start off with, I obviously took a block of memory foam and I just kind of drew out a rounded rectangle and just cut that shape out. I just kind of cut off all the excess from around that shape to give me that round oval shape when I look from one angle. And then from the kind of front of it, I just went ahead and drew out the ears and the top of the head, as well as the bottom bit and the feet. And what I then did was kind of wanted to shape out those ear pieces throughout the whole of the squishy. What I then did was cut off the front bit so that it was the face rounding off, and then I left the ear bits intact. So as you can see here, I left the ear bits kind of 3D and just cut away the rest really loosely. I then did the same with a square on its back, and that was for the kind of butter that was melted, because I wanted a 3D bit and I didn't want to stick it on. You can of course stick this on if you find that easier to shape the round body part first and then stick all the little bits on. Probably would be way easier, but I didn't want to kind of add any glue bits or anything like that to my squishy, so I decided to take the time to kind of mold it all out of one part. I also then went ahead and did the same with the feet and stuff on the bottom, and just kind of really shaped around and carved out the shape of the cat out of the piece of memory foam that I had. The easiest way when shaping these squishies is definitely to get the kind of basic shape first. So I have square blocks for the ears, for example, and then little blocks for the feet. And basically you just want to get that real kind of basic preliminary shape, and then what you want to do is kind of shape those bits when you get into smoothing it and stuff. I hope that makes sense. So you kind of want to make a blocky kind of Minecraft version of what you want, and then shape it after, as it helps to get all the proportions right and everything like that, and then you get really the pieces in the places that you want them to be. So you just want to go ahead and smooth it all out. As you can see here, I just went and cut for ages. I think it took me about half an hour to actually shape this. Anyway, I then decided I wanted a tail, and I realised I hadn't done one, and like I said, I didn't want to glue it on. So I drew out the tail with a Sharpie pen, and then did really close little kind of snips with the very tip of my scissors all the way around that shape, and just kind of smooth away the rest of the cat so that it looked like the tail was kind of protruding. And it's definitely kind of a tip to kind of do it after, if you've already smoothed it, just to kind of cut it with the tip of your scissors and then smooth out the rest afterwards. As you can see here, I got the basic shape, and now I'm just smoothing away at the tail to make it nice and rounded. So once I had all the basic shape like this, I then decided to poke a metal skewer through it, and this was a brainwave idea that I had. I don't know why I've not thought of this before. Usually I kind of do half the squishy and then leave it to dry and then do the other half, but I just painted the whole entire thing whilst it was on the skewer, and honestly it was a lifesaver. I saved so much time doing it this way, so I would definitely recommend getting some skewers to kind of hold your squishies for you whilst you paint them. So after I had the white kind of layer done, I then went ahead and mixed up a brown colour, and I just painted the whole entire squishy with this colour. As you can see, I am using a lollipop stick. Some people like to call it a popsicle stick, but whatever you want to call it, one of these wooden sticks. I just painted the whole of the squishy in this colour, smoothing out the paint as I went. As you can see, the paint does look a little bit kind of bumpy and stuff, but I went ahead and did 6, yeah, that's right, you heard, 6 layers of this paint all the way around the squishy, so I was left with a nice kind of shiny, smooth finish. You definitely get a way better finish when you add more layers of paint. I usually only do 3, but this week I decided I'm going to put in so much effort to my squishies and make them the best I possibly can for you guys. So yeah, I did 6 layers. So this skewer definitely come in handy. So anyway, once all the layers of the paint were fully dry, I then went ahead with some like brown puffy paints, and I used a medium brown and a very dark brown. The very dark brown one was by Scribbles, and the medium one I think was as well. But anyway, what I did was I took a dotting tool and just painted on all of the details onto the cat. I went ahead and just popped all the stripes on, and then I did like the stripes on the tail and stuff, so I basically just stuck to that one medium brown colour to begin with, and then I kind of moved on to the face and everything afterwards. So as you can see here, I'm using the very dark brown colour. It kind of looks like black on this camera, but it is very dark brown, kind of like a real burnt chocolatey colour. But I just painted on the eyes and then the nose and the mouth in between, and I did this with the smaller end of my dotting tool to kind of get a more precise finish. Next, going back in with the same kind of light to medium orange colour that I used for like the stripes and stuff, I went ahead and added some blush either side of the eyes, and I also added 3 whiskers on each of the sides as well. I then decided to elongate the kind of stripes on the head, and I also added the same colour in between the ears. Also, I forgot to mention, like when I took the skewer out, I kind of just left the holes there, and then on the very top one I also took this like light yellow colour and made sure to fill in the hole that was left from the skewer going through. But the skewer hole like on the bottom, I didn't touch it, as I wanted to use those for air holes to allow like air to come in and out to make it nice and slow rising. But basically what I went ahead and did was mixed up a puffy paint with white puffy paint and yellow puffy paint by the brand Tulip. I just mixed it up in a little container, and using the dotting tool again, I just painted on the kind of melted buttery pattern type thing. I just painted a splat on the back and then covered the whole bit of the 3D butter bit. As you can see here, once it was fully dry, it does look like melted butter, and honestly, I'm so happy with the way it turned out. As you can see here, the cat itself is really shiny and smooth. I was going to paint on the paw prints on the bottom, but I didn't get around to it. And as you can see on the bottom, I have got 2 air holes from where the skewer went through. I usually only have 1, but the cat, I took it off, so I actually re-stabbed it and it ended up with 2, but that was my fault. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this has turned out, and if you give it a squeeze, it has turned out really slow rising and really soft as well. It's not very sticky, this one. I think that's because I let it dry overnight. Like, this squishy took me days to make. But as you can see, like, it doesn't stick to itself, which is the most perfect thing, as sometimes with puffy paints and especially Tulip slick paints, you will get that where like the ear bit, for example, would stick to the head and stuff. But with this one, it hasn't, just because I let it set really well in between coats, and I didn't use slick, I used puffy paint. So yeah, like I said, I'm really happy with the way this has turned out. Honestly, I just can't believe how well it has turned out. I'm quite disappointed that I didn't put the paw prints on the bottom, but you know, what can you do? As you can see here, if you squeeze it from the bottom and kind of like hold your hands over the air holes, it does make it a lot more slow rising. but to be honest, I don't want it that slow rising, so that's why I've got those 2 air holes there. You can of course put 1 or none if you want, but I really do recommend at least having 1, as it just makes the squishy a whole lot more enjoyable, especially for me anyway, because yeah, I just like it to rise up at a good speed, nice and slow, but still at a good speed. Like, I don't want to be wasting my whole day waiting for the thing to rise. So anyway, that's how the squishy turned out. I really hope that you liked it, because I'm really proud of how it turned out, and I'm definitely going to be making way more this week. So if you like this video, then please do give it a thumbs up, and down in the comments, if you'd like to let me know which squishies you would like me to create this week, that would be super fab. And yeah, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye!